And you know what? I just wanted to make a video actually of touch on some things, concerning my specific situation, with my kid and under the hashtag that I'm gonna put this under, which is parental alienation. I just want to say, my specific situation. And maybe it's the way with some of you too. I'm not saying your kid doesn't love you, but my specific situation. See, my kid doesn't even know me, but that doesn't mean that somebody can't love you. Especially if they're your kid. I mean, kid with a parent and a parent with a kid, even if they are estranged to that degree, I mean, that doesn't mean that they can't love. I mean, you go on YouTube and you see people, kids that have never even met their mother or father, and the first thing they say is "I love you," and then they're just, they give them a hug and they got tears and everything, and like it's genuinely love. But my kid doesn't seem like she loves me too much, you know. So, I mean, I'm not sitting here like being mean to my kid at all. I mean, I don't really know. Um, I don't really know anything about my kid at all. But that's one of the reasons I stopped reaching out to my kid, because I can't keep reaching out to somebody who doesn't love me. Um, um, so I mean, that's just the way it is. Um, I'm not saying that that's the truth. I don't really know. I'm just saying it doesn't seem that way, because really, where there's a will, there's a way. What's stopping somebody from dropping a letter in the mailbox? You know what I'm saying? Nothing's stopping that person. I mean, like, what I'm really trying to say, I guess, in like an overall like aspect, in a general, in a general way, is if somebody wants to get a hold of you, or for somebody wants to be part of your life, even if they can't be part of your life at that specific point in time, if they want to reach out to you and say something, trust me, man, there's ways to go about it. How many ways can you communicate with somebody in 2016, even in a parental alienation case? What's stopping your teenage son or daughter from walking to a mailbox and even if they don't put a return address on the envelope, you never know where it came from. Somebody can't do that. Come on, man. You know, like, I'm not saying like be mad at your kids, absolutely not. But I mean, hey, if you're, in my case, I mean, do whatever you want to do. But in my case, I'm not gonna sit there and keep reaching out to somebody who doesn't love me, man. Are you serious? I mean, I'm worth more than that, to tell you the truth. Um, you know, really, and unfortunately, I don't have any other kids, so but I'm sure some of you do, and that's good. That's good for you. That's a good thing. That's a very, very good thing, because as long as there's genuine parental alienation and you're a victim, like I'm a victim. I'm not the kind of person where I like to just cry victim. That's not what I'm doing, but let's call it what it is. A victim's a victim. I'm a victim, and as long as your situation is genuinely a parental alienation situation, you're a victim as well. We're both victims, and it doesn't mean you have to go and play the victim. There's a difference between being a victim and playing the victim. I don't play the victim at all. I don't really talk about my situation with anybody, because nobody understands. Everybody else gets to see their kids every day, and I just, whatever. It was just the cards I was dealt, so it's fine. I don't even feel sorry for myself at all. I'm just saying, I don't reach out to my kid because, it's obvious that, by lack of, like, she just, come on, man. Like, you just know when somebody loves you and when they don't. So, I mean, when somebody has an opportunity to do something and they don't do it, there's really no excuse for that, because like I said, where there's a will, there's a way. Nobody's saying that your kid has to, in front of the alienating parent. Like, obviously, if the alienating parent ever found out about it, you know, I mean, in my specific situation, I don't know what goes on in that house, but you know, so, but really, somebody wants to say hi to you, somebody wants to reach out to you, they'll find a way to do it. I mean, like I said, it might take some time. To see, with me, I reached out to my kid back in 2013, man. I mean, we're talking going on 4 years now, which is like, you may as well say in a roundabout way. That's almost half a decade, dude, when you really like think about it. I mean, that's a long time ago. I mean, really, and when somebody hasn't even received a letter yet, like, I don't know, really, So, I mean, I'm not angry, or even really don't even really take the time to think about it. that much anymore. Once in a while, you know, it might come to my mind, but I mean, you know, that is my kid, and you know, hey, what are you gonna do? I mean, unfortunately, a lot of these kids, you know, kind of look at the like you and me, like the parents that actually love these kids. These kids just like kind of like, you know, kind of spit in our face, so to speak, and kind of, you know, run back into the arms of the abusers. And I say abusers with an S because let's face it, you know, usually there's an entourage going on of people. Doesn't have to be a big entourage, but usually it's more than one person. At least in my case, I know that for a fact, and it's like that in a lot of cases. Um, but listen, I mean, like I said, I'm not, you know, being spiteful at all towards my kid. I mean, really, I mean, it's her choice. But I'm just saying, maybe your situation is the same thing as my situation. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and just, you know, do that. I mean, sure, I love my kid, but I'm not gonna sit there and force myself on anybody either. You know, really. I mean, if somebody doesn't love me, well, I'm not gonna be around that person. You know, I might love that person. Doesn't mean I wish them wrong. I wish them a good life, have fun. Really, I mean, if you know, if that person wants to be around people who are lying to them and manipulating them and abusing them, if that person wants to be around snakes, what are you going to do? You're going to stop that person? You can't. You can't stop somebody doing, you know, from doing what they want to do. At least I'm not going to. It's not in my interest to do that. I don't have it in me. I mean, if you reach a certain age where you know better, you know, the truth has been presented to you, and you decide for whatever reason to ignore it and not even reach out, well, then that's your choice. I mean, really, it's not about pointing fingers at all. It's not even what that's all about. It's just about, you know, sometimes we as alienated parents need to, you know, pick up, you know, and just kind of not slam the door shut, obviously, leave the door wide open, but just get on with your life, man. Really, you know. So maybe I can help somebody by sharing my personal experience and where my mindset is. You know, that's part of the reason why I stopped reaching out to my kid, and obviously some stupid stuff happened along the way, which it was just a real weird, always has been situation, and just a lot of phony baloney going on, you know. But I just know a lot of parents hurt, and a lot of parents, you know, they hurt, and they you know, because I've seen videos on YouTube, and it's really heartbreaking. You know, I just want to say that I know how you feel. I just want to say that I understand you. I know that doesn't mean much because I'm just some random dude on the internet. You don't even know where I live, man, unless you watch my videos, and even then, I mean, you still really don't know where I live. Like, all you know is I'm shooting a video in some random house in the city of Buffalo, kind of, sort of. I mean, Buffalo's like right across the street. So, you know, that's the city I live in, Buffalo, but where, you know, so I mean, I'm just like some random person. You don't know me. I'm not in front of your face, but I just want to let you know that, you know, I understand you, so you don't have to feel like nobody understands, because I understand, and there's people that do understand in this world. You know, most people don't. They don't understand. Most people think that, well, if your kid hates you and, you know, this and that, well, you know, you must have done something wrong. People don't know better, man. They don't. People just work off their, you know, inexperience. They just work off, you know, kind of like when you see a deadbeat dad or even a deadbeat mom going to jail for child support money. Well, these parents probably, you know, were stuck in the same situation that I was stuck in. I'm not a deadbeat dad at all, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit there and fund terrorism either. You know, like, if somebody's abusing your child, are you going to sit there and if somebody wants to kill your child, are you going to be the one to sit there and hand them the gun?